Hi, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 1st to the 15th, 2023 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. If you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a snowman in the comment box. At the end of the month, well, actually, probably the 1st of January, the winner will be announced and it will be picked at random. This person will be picked at random and announced in a completely separate video. So don't be scammed by anybody contacting you, pretending to be me. It is not me. So do be mindful of this and good luck to everyone. If you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com, is listed in the description box below, as are all the cards that I'm using. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Pisces. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. So we are crowned by the Two of Wands reversed. We then have the Emperor reverse. So if you're born on the cusp with Aries or you have Aries in your chart, be mindful of that energy. The Four of Wands reversed. The Four of Pentacles reversed, which is a very good thing. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We then have Justice coming into play, which is also Libra energy. So if you have Libra in your chart or Libra in your life, that energy is going to be somebody that you really get on with, and it's going to be energy that's really beneficial to you. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And then you have the Three of Cups, which is a beautiful card. It's celebration, it's success, it's people raising their glass to you and really feeling, excuse me, really feeling like you have a team behind you. You have people who care, who love you. And even if it is simply your angels and your spirit guides, there's nothing simple about that. There is this sense of, I am empowered, I am emboldened, and I am moving forward in the power of me because I see my potential. I see my glory. I see myself. And that's going to be a huge thing for us, Pisces. Let's see what spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is focus reverse, and this isn't uncommon for this card to be coming up in these readings. Our focus can be all over the place during this time. Astrologically speaking, it makes sense, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But this is going to be a time where we need to pull in our focus. It can be very easy to kind of focus on things that don't matter or things that we don't want, instead of focusing on where we really want to be, how we really want to move forward. So be mindful of that as well. We can be super hyper focused in one area and not the other. But there's also a sense of feeling very distracted, feeling very overwhelmed by things, and not being able to see kind of the path through the forest. So just be aware of this during this time, because if you're aware of it, you can counter it. You can say, oh no, I can see myself losing my focus or losing my step forward. So I just need to be aware of this for me. Let's see what our chakra energy is. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is spiritual awakening reverse. This is the crown chakra. Be very aware, Pisces, that you are entering into an awakening, or you are in an awakening, which you would think that that would be a really fun time. They're usually not. Believe me, they're usually super intense, super overwhelming. And so here with spiritual awakening reverse, the crown chakra reverse, we need to focus on our crown. We need to focus on how we're moving forward in our glory of self, in what we desire, in what we want, in who we are, and in where we need to be. There's almost a sense here, well, not almost, there is a sense here of us kind of elevating spiritually, but because it's overwhelming, or because it's harder to focus on. It's harder to focus on. There we go. The spirit energy coming in. It's harder to focus on. We can be like, oh no, I can't do this. And so we're discrediting ourselves before we even get started, before we even get moving. Focus on the crown chakra, focus on letting your abundance, your ability come in, and you will see everything starting to transform, but you'll also see the way you're looking at yourself starting to transform. It moves us then to, let's fix this card right here. Focus. Okay, it'll just stay like that. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly. And this is strength reverse. Now, we can be having a bit of difficulty with a Leo energy, but there's also a sense here, and also the time frame, it can be, which is July 23rd to August 22nd, but there's also a real sense of really having no tolerance for bullies, really looking at strength. And this isn't the calm, compassionate strength that transforms lives. This is the bullying, might equals right type of strength. So being aware of this during this time and saying, ooh, sorry, just kicked my camera. Do apologize about that. But saying my strength is moving me forward, and I have no time for this type of bullying strength. That's going to be really important to us, because we really don't have any time for it. It doesn't lead us forward the way that we want to. It doesn't enhance us the way that we want it to. And there's just a sense here, I just see being very repelled by people who are bullies, who are manipulative, and we just don't hold space for that. So being aware of it during this time, that anybody who acts like that, it's not just the Leo energy that happens to be the zodiac sign that the strength card represents, but it's anybody who acts like that. We're going to be like, no, I'm out. I'm out, and I really don't want to be a part of this. Okay, so let's talk about this time astrologically speaking. Now, I can also do a video and videos on the moon's phases. So right now we're just talking planetarily, how things are affecting during this time. We're definitely not having all the moon phases come in, because this would be so long, it would be unbelievable. So here, let me know in the comment box below if you want to hear about the moon's phases and how that will affect us. We can do that for either the next half of December, but most likely we can do that for January. So we're doing here, and we're looking at December 1st to the 15th. Now, nothing really happens astrologically speaking until the 3rd of December. Venus is in Libra, squaring Pluto in Capricorn. Don't let things overwhelm you. What's going to happen here is that we have the Two of Wands. Certain doors are closing. All right, it doesn't mean that we don't get what we want. It doesn't mean that we don't move forward the way that we want to, but we're going to see certain areas. It's like, no, that's not for me. Doors have closed, and we're going to be very much aware of that during this time. And as doors close, we're starting to see what's truly opening to us, where we truly want to be. It's almost like we were looking in the wrong direction before. And as these doors close, there's an opening of, oh, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what's sacredly important to me. And that's going to be a big deal. Now, during this time, again, don't let yourself be overwhelmed. Like, take things personally. Being overwhelmed, it's just going to be super easy with Venus in Libra squaring Pluto in Capricorn. It will also be very easy to take our aggression and take our frustration out on others. And we'll see that with the strength card reverse. It's not only a warning about other people, it's a warning about ourselves. With the Emperor reversed as well, Aries energy reverse, especially if we have this in our chart or we're born close to Aries time frame, or on the cusp of Aries time frame, there is a sense here of really there's a sense of a bullying energy. And I'm not saying that to be rude, it's just something to be mindful of, that we can be very it's coming across as, it's like we're thinking we're coming across as powerful, but what it really is like, it's like a bulldozer. It is powerful, but it levels everything in its wake. And what we have to be very mindful of as Pisces energy is that we always want to be gently growing and building, gently growing and building. So when we look at the rest of the world and we're like, why bulldozers get things done? Why can't I use a bulldozer? Why do I have to use a shovel? It's because that's what works for our spirit and our soul and ourselves. And it might take longer, but my gosh, does it get us to the place that we need to be, just beautifully and exquisitely. So be aware of this. Take things slow and turn inward. Even though we're going to want to kind of move very quickly with things, and we're going to want to look outward and see expansion, expansion, expansion. That's another thing we have to be mindful of when we have doors closing. Spirit's like, turn inward, turn inward. And we have this energy here with the Emperor reverse. It's like, I'm going to expand. I'm going to, conquer and succeed and go after. I want to be known as the greatest. It's kind of like, think of the palace that Nero had built. It was astounding. It was breathtaking. It was lavish beyond lavish and so unnecessary. And just know that we can really spend our time focusing on things like that. I want to build something that outwardly shows me as great instead of inwardly seeing myself as great. So just be aware of that. We want the huge palace, the huge beauty inside of ourselves, and we'll just radiate with it. I mean, Pisces, you just radiate with confidence and beauty and success. And so leaning into that energy is so beneficial for you. On the 4th of December, Venus enters into Scorpio. Now, this is a very passionate time for us. We really want to strengthen our relationships. We really have a lot of time to strengthen and connect with our relationships and say, this is important. We are going to have very short fuses with anything we see as frivolous, with people that we see as frivolous, with things that we think like, oh my gosh, kind of roll your eyes at it kind of thing. But know that that's for everybody. Everybody's going to have a real opinion of what's worth my time and what isn't worth my time. And just on this day, like, nobody can really hide what they think about things. So be aware of this too. Be aware of it personally and be aware of it, when interacting with people. We want intense connections and we want intense conversations and interactions during this time. There is also a real sense of like, no, that's interesting. Oh, did I say the Four of Wands? This is the Four of Swords reverse. It's like, during this time also, I just see it here. It's like during this passion, during this desire, we also have to honor our story and honor ourselves. And we're not going to want to. There's almost a sense of wanting to kind of whitewash things, and that's when you paint over something so that the paint can go on and be its true color instead of having the pigment from behind bleed forward. So here it's almost going to be like, well, I just kind of want to tweak this or change this. And Spirit's saying you can, right? You don't have to tell everybody everything. That's not their business. But don't take away the beauty and the complexity of your story. It's like taking away the shading in a picture. So then you only have this kind of one-dimensional, two-dimensional figure coming forward. So be aware of this during this time. Well, not two-dimensional, one-dimensional instead of two-dimensional figure coming forward. And be aware of this. Honor your story, honor yourself. That is going to be so important. Also understand that during this time, resting is going to be difficult for us. Slowing things down, resting, taking things in, and saying, okay, this is where I need to be, and okay, this is what I want, and this is what's important to me, and I need to make time for this. That's going to be hard for us. So acknowledging this is going to be powerful. It's going to be insightful. On the 5th of December, Venus is in Scorpio, trine Saturn in Pisces. Now, here, this is important because Saturn is in Pisces. We are Pisces, right? And so we're very committed to those that we are close to. And we can see that with the Three of Cups. Those who celebrate us, we celebrate. But those who we love, man, do we love them. Like during this time, it's not just because it's the holidays, but it's also very much a Pisces thing. Those who we love deeply, we love assuredly, and we love passionately. And so during this time, it's going to be a sense of I move forward in my love, in what I desire, in what I want, in what I need, in those people who raise their glass to me, who celebrate me, who help bring out the best in me. And it doesn't mean that they celebrate us all the time. This can also be some people who we find very frustrating, but they always have our back, right? They're always there to celebrate us and love us and connect with us. And that's just so important. The Three of Cups, we can think of it always as a constant cheerleader, but also with people who truly love us, they can get frustrated with us and we can get frustrated with them. So just be aware of this during this time. We want those close connections. We want to feel valued. And this is going to be a day where we just have to let people know, I value you, I'm celebrating you. And we need to know too, not that just them saying, oh, thank you, this is great, but them saying too, I value and celebrate you, through words, through their actions, through whatever. On the 6th of December, we have Neptune direct in Pisces. Again, this is a very, very powerful day for us. Why? Because Neptune is in Pisces. And Neptune in Pisces is where it belongs. Right? Neptune rules us, Pisces. And Neptune is the ruler of the unseen world. And Pisces, that's where we live. We live in the unseen world. Our imagination is richer than most people's. Our desires, our wants, they're always constructed first in the unseen world. It's not like, oh, I can get this, and then we start to logically build off of, okay, then this is the logical next step, then this is the logical next step. Here it's more, this is what I'm seeing, envisioning, and being empowered for myself. Now, Neptune coming out of retrograde ends on the 6th of December. It lifts the fogginess that has been around us, and it really starts to give us a sense of clarity, give us a sense of purpose, give us a sense of motivation. And this is a time with the Four of Gifts reverse, the Four of Pentacles reverse, where we start to see the vampiric energy that has been around us, the things that have been dragging us down, making us doubt ourselves, making us think, oh, I can't do this, I can't move forward this way, I don't know where it is that I want to be, I don't know how it is that I want to be, because we have these negative imprints that have been in us since childhood. This is usually where this starts, where we get afraid. We get afraid, or we were told we can't, or we were told we weren't good enough. And all of a sudden, that becomes our everlasting truth. And this is going to be a time where we're breaking those ties. But it can also, again, make us afraid of, okay, well, like, how do I move forward then? And where is it that I need to be? And what is it that I desire? So being aware of that, because we're breaking old patterns and we're starting to free ourselves into a new life, like into what we really want and what we really desire, we can feel not grounded all the time, not fully anchored to what we want in this world. It brings us then, and that'll just take a moment. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's like, okay, what is really important instead of what I thought was important? Because that's not going to be what brings us joy, what brings us beauty. On the 7th of December, Mercury in Capricorn is trine Jupiter in Taurus. And this is like, act on those big ideas, right? This is really telling us, go get it. Big ideas are coming our way, and we are seeing new opportunities so much more clearly, so much more powerfully than before. It leads us to our crowning energy of the doors closing, right? Things aren't going out, they're coming in. And as we're turning inward, as we're saying, okay, what do I have? It's kind of like when you have to make dinner and you open up the fridge and it's like, okay, what do I have here? We're looking at ourselves and we're taking stock. What do I have? What am I moving forward with? What do I love? What do I want? Where do I need to be? And it's because we can't be distracted by the outside world anymore. Well, not anymore, but we can't be distracted during this time. We can be, but Spirit is going to make it a bit more difficult for us. Turning inward, looking inward, and saying, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is what's important. That's going to be a game changer. It moves us then, and it's going to let those big ideas come through. We're going to be surprised at the clarity that we have, the insight that we have, the way that we can put things together that we couldn't put together before. On the 9th of December, Venus in Scorpio is opposite Jupiter in Taurus. If you can, take this day off. Like, if you can, have a lazy day. This is a day meant for a lazy day. And I just have to take a sip of water. Excuse me for a moment. All right, thank you. This is a day meant for a lazy day. This is a day where it's like, my motivation, it isn't there. The way I want to move forward, I don't know. Be kind to yourself and take it slow. Don't expect as much from yourself. Be just to yourself. When we have justice come through, and I think this is interesting with the little boy opening up coal, and it's like, oh man, my actions have consequences, right? And that's what justice is. It's looking at things and saying, oh wow, my actions have consequences. And hopefully we learn that young, because learning it older that's a rough deal. I mean, that's just a rough deal. Here with justice, there is that strong Libra connection, okay? That sense of balance is going to be really important. But realizing that certain things have been out of balance in our lives, certain things need more attention than other things, and finding that harmonizing beauty forward, that's going to be a game changer for us. There's a real sense here on this lazy day, right? Where we're going to be like, oh, well, I can just push through it, right? I can just keep going. It's like, no, be kind to yourself. Balance those scales. Balance things in order for you to be prosperous, in order for you to be abundant, in order for you to open up the door in the most exquisite and beautiful way for you. Because even though that door is going to lead right to your heart, that's where you need to be. That's always where Pisces needs to be, Pisces. You need to be right at your heart. And that is an uncomfortable place for most human beings to ever even kind of glimpse, let alone live at. On the 10th of December, the moon is in Scorpio, trine Neptune, again in Pisces. Neptune is in Pisces, which is a very powerful time for us. Imagination on point, creativity on point. Our dreams can be very intense, so do be aware of that. Even though we're not going to want to rest, we're not going to want to really connect with that spirit energy. Spirit's like, I'm going to come for you. I'm going to be here. We're having a bit of a fight with the spiritual awakening that's coming. But my gosh, Pisces, accept it, and know that it is coming forward. You don't have to be a psychic. You don't have to be empathic. You don't have to dive deep into it, but let that feeling, let that insight guide you, because it is going to be a game changer. Okay. So on that 10th of December, our intuition is on point, and we are really aligned with our purpose here in life. And again, those chains that have been like Marley in A Christmas Carol that he carries around with him and weighs him down, we're given that chance like Scrooge was. Like, don't carry around these chains, don't carry around this regret. It is time to release the burdens, the pains, the disappointments of the past, and move forward in a glory of the present that is unparamount. I mean, really, seriously, it is absolutely exquisite. On the 11th of December, Mercury in Capricorn is sextile Venus in Scorpio. Dealing with other people is going to be easier today. It really is. We have this new way of, kind of discovering how to better express ourselves, how to move ourselves forward. There's a sense of celebration. I want to be around people. I want to connect. There's beauty, there's prosperity, there's raising the glass here for us. And there's also saying to ourselves, oh, wow, this is something that I can really excel at, or this is something that's really beautiful for me. On the 12th of December, the new moon is in Sagittarius. There will be a completely separate video on that. And then on the 13th of December, unfortunately, we have a Mercury retrograde. There will be another video on that. And I know everybody's saying, oh no, not a Mercury retrograde, not in the holiday season. This is awful. It can be tricky, okay, not going to lie. But what Mercury retrograde brings up is the ways of communication that we have been avoiding. Things that need to be said that aren't being said. And even if we just say it to ourselves, even if we just say, kind of these truths to us, and we acknowledge it within our own spirit, that can be a game changer. Because so often we just shove it down. Oh no, I'm always supposed to be happy. Oh no, I'm always supposed to be, celebrating others. I'm not supposed to be jealous. I'm not supposed to get frustrated. I'm not supposed to this. I'm not supposed to that. What, you're not supposed to be human? I mean, give yourself a break. Let yourself express what you love and what you want and what you need, because that's going to change the game for you. It really is. On the 14th of December, the moon in Capricorn is trine Uranus in Taurus. Now, this is us taking a different approach to life. This is a time where we're going to look at things and say, you know what? I'm going to make this life work for me. Again, it's that turning inward. It's the release of the chains that have bound us. It is slowing down. We need to slow down. Again, that's not something we want to do. We want to crank it up. We want to move faster. But it's almost like the acquisition of things can be cool. It can be fun. But it's going to be the beauty of what you have in you that really shines during this time. And that becomes absolutely blindingly obvious to you. It's like, oh, this is what I needed. Oh, this is what I have. Oh, this is who I am. Be open to the unconventional. And you're actually going to see yourself really kind of leaning into the unconventional more and more and more. It's not about fitting in. It's about fitting you. And that's what you're going to see here, Pisces. It's like, how do I fit in my own skin? How do I connect with me? How do I love me? And how do I let me shine? And there is just such a sense of finding balance and celebration. There is such a sense of like, oh, okay. There's justice, there's balance, there's a sense of things coming full circle. And that might be very important to us, to see people kind of get their just desserts, some people, but also to see that every action has a positive or negative reaction. And that might be just something we see within ourselves. I'm just and fair within me, and I'm seeing me move forward. And it brings us to the Three of Cups. It brings us to a place of celebration. It brings us to a place of love and beauty and connection and happiness. And we're really elevating our spirit during this time. We're really sitting there and saying, I'm tuning into me. And I'm surrounding myself with people who love me. I'm surrounding myself with the beautiful energy to move forward and celebrate my life. And I'm changing the game. And I'm moving forward in a way that is exquisite. And it's all about turning inward. even though we don't want to, even though we don't want to, Pisces. I know it. I see it. It's like, nope, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do it. And it's like, yeah, but I'm going to make you see yourself. And just know that during this time, whether we want to or not, it's like, ready or not, here it comes. Like, tag with spirit, though. So spirit always wins. It's like, I see you. I see you. And it's not about, always the Emperor reverse makes me think of Nero, right? It's not about that grand palace. It's not about, the McMansion, the fancy car, the designer, everything. It's not about that. It's about the connection and beauty that you have. And it's about moving forward in your life in the most exquisite way, which sounds like a motivational, speech, right? And it can be, but it's really spirit saying, hey, listen, I love you, and I need you to love you too. Because that, for a Pisces, that's a game changer. Because just like Libra with the scales, there's just like Gemini with the twins, Pisces, you're the fish. You are two fish, and there's duality to you, and that needs to be in balance. So being just and fair to yourself is going to be so important to put you in balance, to put you in harmony with you and love with you. Our subconscious spirit message is soulful. Yeah, what is your soul full of? And this is a time where we won't be able to hide it. What is your soul full of? Because that's going to feed and nurture your body, feed and nurture you forward. Our subconscious chakra message is, again, the crown chakra reverse, and this is peace. Slow it down. Slow it down and be in your own mind. Now, that might not be something we want to do, and that's okay. But Spirit is saying here, slow it down and be in your own mind. Let your soul be full and move forward in the peace and in the harmony of you. And this is a time where we'll think, oh, well, what does peace matter? Oh my gosh. In our world today, in our lives, peace means so much. Peace means so much. And it's something that people just overlook. So be aware of this. Be aware of peace. Crown yourself with peace. Move forward in peace and follow what brings you peace. Follow what brings you bounty. It moves us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and that's the Ace of Cups reverse. Be mindful that God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing us a gift of healing, beautiful love. But that gift comes with tears. That gift comes with a deep kind of release of emotions that can be overwhelming for us. So we're like, oh no, shove it down, shove it down. It's all okay. If I just keep smiling, it'll be true. And Spirit's like, if you just keep smiling, you're just going to put a smile on your face, not a smile in your heart. So it's time to connect. But we're kind of postponing this gift, which is designed just for us because we are water sign energy. We are represented by the cups in the minor arcana. And so this gift, even though we're being told to be mindful of it because we're avoiding it like the plague right now, Spirit is saying to us, it's here. It's here, and we have to let it in because it releases so much and it empowers us so far that it's astounding. Our subconscious tarot message is the mistletoe, and that's the lovers. That's the duality. Again, you are the fish, right? And there's the twins. This is a sense of love. This is a sense of beauty. This is a sense of connection. This is understanding and honoring the duality of who you are and what you want in life, and understanding that there is duality in your existence, and just embracing love. Pisces, for you, embracing love and moving forward in love and having that beautiful harmony of the head and the heart coming together is the most important thing. This is also very strong Gemini energy. So if you have this in your chart or you have a Gemini in your life, they come through very strongly. Subconsciously, you might not know they have such a big impact on you or are so prevalent right now. And the time frame for Gemini is May 21st to June 20th. All right. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.